He was raised behind a wire fence, in the shadow of a scrapyard where rust spoke louder than voices. The only name he ever knew was Guard. Not because he was safe, because he was feared. Chained beside an old trailer, the Pitbull had one job. Scare anyone who came close. Loud noises, shouted commands, no toys, no touch. Only work and warnings. People didn't see a dog. They saw a lock with teeth, and Guard learned the world that way, one bark at a time, one glare at a distance, until one day the trailer was empty. The gate was open, and no one came back. He wandered for days, confused and hungry, sniffing every passing truck for a voice he once knew. A woman in her 30s. A traveling veterinarian spotted him near a diner off the highway, limping, exhausted but still alert. She didn't approach right away. She just placed a bowl of water and stepped back. Guard didn't trust her, but his thirst was stronger than his fear. That was the first crack in the armor. She named him Remy, short for remnant, because that's what he was. A remnant of something. Broken, but not beyond repair. Her home was quiet. It's filled with books and plants. It's the opposite of sirens and shouting. Remy didn't understand toys. He didn't play. But he watched. Always watched. Until one night a storm rolled in. Thunder cracked. Rain pelted the windows, and the woman, frozen in panic from a past she didn't speak about, sat trembling on the floor. Remy approached her slowly, carefully, and rested his head. In her lap, that was the first moment he guarded something that mattered. Remy became her shadow. He walked with her through neighborhoods that once scared her, sat beside her at coffee shops, waited outside therapy offices without a single sound. He learned the rhythm of her breathing, the shape of her silences, and she learned to see past his breed. Past the myths, neighbors began to ask, "Is that the Pitbull who was abandoned?" She would smile and say, "No, that's the dog who found me." Remy's transformation didn't go unnoticed. He began visiting youth shelters and trauma centers, simply sitting beside those who needed a presence, not words. One boy, barely speaking, hugged Remy tightly and whispered, "I feel safe now." Remy didn't move. He just breathed, deep, slow, steady. His presence spoke volumes. He never barked, didn't need to. Years later, when he passed, peacefully and asleep, the woman buried him beneath a lilac tree in her garden. She kept his collar beside her bed, not as a reminder of who he was, but of who he chose to become. And every spring, when the flowers bloom, children still come to the tree. They sit, they laugh. They remember the Pitbull with eyes like old stories and a heart made of second chances.